Hello, it is I, the Great Taco, back once again with another mock review. This should be in fairly quick succession of the last one, so this is one of my other Toa mocks, Pyronika, and he's a member of the same Toa team as Cortex. So without further ado, let's start off with his weapon. So I used a pin to attach it to his back, which is the same one that he can use to attach to his hand. And I just used the Knights Kingdom Vladek sword piece, which looks pretty good with him. It just kind of fits the same motif. And then I used this kind of Next to Knights disc piece that I think I got in like Ultimate Flamer or something. And it ended up working well for kind of like a spinning vortex on his sword. And the rest of it is pretty simple. It's outdated by my standards, but I don't really care. Now on to the build. Let's start with the legs this time, because it kind of flows better that way. So he has pretty basic articulation here. He had kind of hip, knee, ankle. And actually, the build is exactly the same as Cortex, only I use a different thigh armor, which is Pyronika armor in dark red, and then the back I bulked out a little more. And then of course I used black here instead of silver to fit his overall color scheme. So yeah. Moving up once more to his torso. This is a similar design to Cortex's, only heavily modified a bit so that he's unique. And actually I ended up sacrificing the double ball joint kind of deal, because it made him way too floppy. So he has this kind of more restricted motion, still gives him a decent amount. And then also, he has this, and used it on a 2015 scoop piece for his back armor, which actually worked really well. And his arms are actually also exactly the same as Cortex. I remember I built them at relatively the same time, so they're pretty similar. Also, I use this hand design on a lot of my mocks because it's a good hand design. Now for his head, I just used a Picari. And to keep it in place on his head, I use a 3-long axle with bushings on the end. Now, as for notable building techniques, there's not really that many. Really, his torso is just a Technic construction that ended up being pretty basic as a whole, but that's not bad. So, yeah, that's it.